Hello, welcome back to FTNTS on YT. It's the only YT with FTNTS. My name's Michael May. Come on in. My guest today is Jamie D'Souza. Hey Jamie, how you doing? You alright?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, good, nice. Me too, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. They never ask. You're a fan of the show?
Big fan.
So you know that we always start here by me telling you how I feel about you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Can I already interject?
Yeah?
Actually, no, you go first, then I'll interject.
You sure?
Yeah. I thought I'd interject after you asked the question because I knew that whatever you were going to say about me, you didn't actually mean. So I didn't want to influence that. So I wanted to see what you thought I wasn't. Does that make sense?
That's not true. So I think that the word nice has a bad name, right?
I agree,
I think it slips into the sort of fine category.
Mm-hmm.
What do we mean when we say nice? We say like, do we mean like, I don't know, performing a sort of version of yourself that makes other people feel comfortable? Do we mean just sort of superficially polite? I don't know. What I mean when I think of nice is Jamie D'Souza, because to me, you're one of the few people who's just always able to be themselves and never be rude. I don't think there's a side to you.
There is a side to me that's rude. I mean, when we went on holiday, I told someone we were on the holiday with to fuck off. Do you remember that? And do you remember you punched me in the balls?
Yeah, I do remember that.
So that's a side to both of us.
I think I kicked you in the balls.
Kicked me in the balls.
You stole my shoe in my defense.
I threw it across the bar in my offense.
And then I kicked you. And then you were on the floor and I kicked you in the balls, which is out of order.
And then Molly tried to help me up and I told her to fuck off. And then it's actually never been the same between us since then.
God, we both have a side to us, really. And I know you quite well. I know that you're a good heart. Yeah, some of your ideas are challenging to me as a friend. But I think you're a good guy through and through.
Thank you.
What's your most challenging idea?
Probably that like class is more of an oppressive trait than race, which I don't think is actually controversial, but I feel like it's not focused on.
No, and that's here, isn't it? Most of our fans are in America, and in America, not the case.
Yeah, fair enough.
But in the UK, 100% on board with that.
Yeah, but I'm a middle class person of colour, so I have a skewed view on it.
Cheers, me too.
Cheers.
What I want to do when I open the dictionary and see the word nice is not have to worry about whether that's like an understatement to just kind of get away with not being rude about someone. What I want to see is a picture of Jamie D'Souza.
That's really touching. Now can I do my interjection?
Yeah.
So I don't want to sort of break the fourth wall too much, but you told me often the sort of compliment you give about people at the start is like you actually mean the opposite. And it's a thinly veiled way of kind of seeing how the person reacts to you opening up a flaw of theirs. So by that logic, you think I'm not a nice person. Or you think my ideas aren't challenging.
That's not true. All my compliments are legit. They're what I think about people. I think they're nice. I think Hannah's warm. I think Rob's kind. I think Mark's gay, whatever I said.
You said he was a good communicator.
Your communication skills are so impressive. And obviously you're a really smart guy.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, he's the worst communicator.
I agree.
Do you think I would have told you that if that was my plan for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You're a cunt.
Question 1. You're part Swiss, part Indian.
I am.
But your last name sounds Portuguese. Unlike Portuguese men, who are famously disloyal, you're a serial monogamist.
Yeah.
What are the key ingredients to being a good partner?
I think being nice, which, as you know, is something I'm working on at the moment.
Dash of nice? Lashings of?
Nice. Be open to feedback.
Yeah.
I think if someone tells
you... And responsive to it.
And not just listen, work on it, which I guess is responsive, you're right.
A sprinkling of...
Being responsive to feedback. Also, got to be, not to get too real, but I think you still got to maintain that you're still your own person.
And a heavy seasoning of...
Rejecting codependency, even in a relationship. Do you know what I mean?
I do, I know exactly what you mean.
I've got lots of friends at the moment who put all their worth in being in a relationship, you know?
Status-wise or like personal values-wise?
I think
self-esteem-wise?
I think self-esteem-wise. I think people like giving off the image that their lives are going well. And I think talking about how happy they are in a relationship is one way they can do that. And that's not to say you shouldn't, like, it's nice to be happy in a relationship. But I think if you lose sight of who you are, So can I give you an example? Which I think
Please.
I gave. So at New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
I went to my friend's house first, like my home friends,
Mm-hmm.
and a few of them were like, "Why aren't you with your girlfriend right now?"
Yes.
And I was a bit like, "Well, you know, I'm seeing her later anyway, and I do want to see her. You know, doesn't mean I like her any less, but I also existed before I met her,
Yeah.
and I'm fine spending time not with her."
What's like the right amount of time to spend with your girlfriend?
I don't really think of that in hours, but I think if I see her twice a week, that's all right. I don't want to sound like ungrateful.
No, but you've severed the cord of codependency before it's taken a stranglehold on your relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just saying anything really, and I thought severed the cord, whatever it was I said. I thought that sounded nice.
Maybe
That's
I'm thick though, because you know when you read a horoscope and you go, "Oh, that does actually relate to me." Maybe you were just talking nonsense, and I was drawing my own sort of narrative from just your random alphabetic spaghetti spewings.
Yeah, well, you would that feel that way, wouldn't you? Because you're probably what, Capricorn?
Aquarius.
Fuck. All right, question 2. You have loads of great YouTube videos, most of which have YouTube comments. Would you mind reading this one for me?
What is juice? 3 leaks. Extra.
Oh no, that's my
content.
shopping list. Sorry, I gave you the wrong. Sorry, that was my shopping list.
What kind of juice?
This is the comment.
Oh, juice, 3 leaks, extra medium condoms.
That's my shopping list.
I think maybe you should have put extra medium condoms second, and then you don't even need to hear the third one.
Yeah, I thought if I snatched it off extra medium cut, then I could snatch it and people would be like, was that going to be extra medium condoms? I think it's a good gag.
It's a great gag. I just think, no, it is. It's really funny.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, I have it. Okay. Indian goth, punks, emos, people of other subculture. Should I start again? I read that wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to start again now.
Mm-hmm.
Indian goth, punks, emos, people of other subcultures. Where you at? Indian goth here. We exist, lol. Heart emoji. Did they write heart emoji?
They did a heart emoji, but I
Okay,
wanted
right.
you to be able to read it. You seem to be able to connect to all different types of people. Earlier today, I took a personality test as you, answering how I imagined you might.
Really?
Yeah.
I warned him. And once again, we were lucky enough to be joined by our friend.
Which part of your personality are you most proud of?
I like how I'm quite a content person.
Really?
Overall, yeah. I don't think I need that much in life. Do you know what I mean? I'm generally quite a happy person, I think.
I see that. You don't have loads of stuff.
No.
You don't seek constant progress in your...
Yeah,
No.
good job. I don't.
No, but as in like you're more interested in the artistic side of comedy and music and stuff than you are about the outcomes.
Yeah.
You'd rather be good not on TV than bad on TV.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
sure,
I
right?
would still rather be good on TV. But you
That
know.
wasn't one of the options.
Yeah, fair enough. What did I get in the personality quiz?
You failed. All right, question 3. You and I are avid chess fans.
Yeah, we are.
And players.
Yeah.
Yeah, chess players.
Very good.
Last year, the chess world was shaken by scandal. Me and you, we were into the chess scandal for real, but these cunts, they only heard about it because of anal beads.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, you and I both agree,
Yeah.
there weren't any anal beads, maybe, probably.
I'm actually coming around to the anal bead way of thinking.
Really?
What was the name of the little curly haired fella again?
Hans Niemann.
Hans Niemann, yeah. He. I just felt bad for him because he's a little kid.
Yeah, he's like 19 years old.
I like him. He seems cool. And I think if he made it... Well, he doesn't seem cool.
He definitely
seems like
cheated. We agree on
yeah,
that.
yeah,
don't we?
yeah. He cheated. But I do think Magnus is being a bit of a bully.
A little bit of a bully.
I think it's possible to think that Hans Niemann cheated and also think that like the elder statesmen of chess, including, well, I guess mid-level statesmen, like people like Hikaru Nakamura,
Yeah, fuck Hikari.
he's been a bit of a cunt.
Yeah, fuck Ari Fukamura. Yeah, he has
really
been, though,
great
because-
chess player.
Yeah, he's a great chess player.
That doesn't even come into question.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare question his ability to play
Over the
chess.
board, he'd destroy us. But I think in almost any other sphere, we would murk him.
Yeah, I think bullet, obviously, he beats us, but rapid, we got a chance.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a celebrity scandal that you felt like especially tied to that's really like drawn your attention for a prolonged period of time that you feel invested in?
That's a really good question. I think football scandals I'm quite into. Not
Yeah.
like of the...
No, not the sex offenders.
No, I didn't mean like that.
It's out of order.
But things like Lasagna Gate,
Mm-hmm.
which was when, I'm sure you know what it is
Yep.
because you're a keen football fan, but I'm an Arsenal fan, and apparently an Arsenal supporting chef poisoned a lasagna that some Tottenham players were going to eat,
Yeah.
and then they lost. I was quite into that.
Yeah,
at the
that's a
time.
good scandal, isn't it?
Yeah, really
What happened in the end?
So it was basically Tottenham need to win to get into the top four.
What year was this?
2006, I think.
So sort of Stephen Carr.
Yeah, maybe even Yunus Kabul.
Kabul left Spurs in 2007.
Okay, so he would have been there for Lasagna Gate.
You
So
said
that's
it was
1-0 to me.
2006.
Yeah, so he would have been there in 2006 then as well.
No, he signed in 2007.
Right, well then 1-0 to you. Well, no, actually no, 0-0 to both of us.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Asu Akoto,
Asu Akoto was there.
1-0 to me.
That's a great shout. Joined in 2006.
Chimbonda.
Pascal Chimbonda also there.
Well, if Asu Akoto joined in 2006, he might not have been there because it would have been the 05-06 season. So unless he signed in January.
Okay. Well, Chimbonda was definitely there because he
Okay.
left in 2006.
So it's 1 or 2-0 to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chimbonda. Pascal
Great.
Chimbonda.
Yeah.
He would have been there. So that was the one that took you.
yeah.
All right. We could do on that all day. I'm glad we stopped. Who did I say? Stephen Carr.
Stephen Carr.
Left
He
the
left in
club
2004.
All right. We've come to my favourite segment of the show. This is a bit where you get to ask me a question. Do you have a question for me, Jamie?
Yeah. Do you want me to ask you?
Yeah, go for
Cool.
it. Yeah.
That wasn't the question. We come from a similar part of the world.
Yeah.
We're the same age. We've
Yep.
got a lot of similar interests.
Yeah.
Do you think if we went to the same school, we would have been friends?
It's hard to say, isn't it? Because like looking back, I would probably quite kindly like endow my past self with a sort of a social resilience that would mean that I would be able to do that and not worry about it harming my reputation.
Yeah.
When
so
the reality is, at the time, probably it would have been too bad a look for me for us to be friends. Yeah, we'd be friends at school. We're friends now. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, I just think you would have been in more sort of like high flying circles.
I wasn't like the high school quarterback. Obviously, I was
No,
captain
but
of the
the-
football team. But we've come to the final segment of the show. It's called Quickfire Questions. Falling on ice or surviving animal attacks?
What, forming lice?
Falling on ice.
Falling on ice or surviving, as in the ability.
The videos, the phenomenon, whatever
Oh,
you
right,
prefer.
Surviving animal attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's horrible having lice, but an animal attack sounds really dangerous.
Really
In fact, you know what? In some ways, they're both animal attacks.
Live forever at 60 or die forever at 60?
Die forever. No, live forever at 60.
Yeah, me too.
My parents have just turned 60 and they're
And
fine.
it's fine,
They're
yeah.
great, yeah.
Yeah, and
And I don't want to be ageist.
well, also like 60 is different when you're approaching the grave to how it is when you're not. It's a different mindset.
Yeah, that's true.
60 when you know you're getting older is different to 60 and you're never going to get any older.
And also, 60 is not 60 anymore. Like, I know I'm breaking away from quickfire, but Paul McCartney, when he wrote When I'm 64, that was in the 60s at a time where 64 was a really old age.
Yeah.
Now someone's 64, they're young enough to be on the Traitors.
Sex when I don't really like someone.
They'd have to change that song to When I'm 82.
Yeah. When I'm 82, then I'll be fucked.
And they'd have to change all the rhyming structure. I'm 82, I'm an OAP, but that doesn't mean that you should stop respecting me because I'm wise, I've got the street smarts, so please don't be a smart ass because I'm old, but I'm still cold, and I'm pretty bold, so watch this rap unfold, because I'm 82.
Favorite book, fiction only?
I don't read a lot of books. I really don't. I used to read loads as a kid. Since then, I've basically not read a book. I read Where the Crawfords Live when we were on holiday together. Do you remember that?
Where the Crawdads are.
Yeah.
It's where the Crawdads sing.
Yeah, I know. That's such a joke that calling it Where the Crawfords Live is something that Ruby told me her dad calls it.
That's funny.
So I've just stolen a joke from my girlfriend's dad,
Yeah.
who I've never met.
And when you said it, I knew it was wrong, but I didn't know why, because I knew it's Crawdads, not Crawfords, but I didn't know what the last word was.
So I guess that's 3-0 to me.
Favourite pair of pants? Non-fiction only.
Probably those pajamas that I wore to that barbecue once that you castigated me for.
You came to a social event, you came to Mark's birthday party in pyjamas, like actual pyjamas.
Yeah.
And then you're now saying it as if I castigated you, and really what I did was gave you a thorough doing for being an absolute nonce.
I didn't say it as if. I said you did castigate me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is you're incorrectly reframing that as a castigation, when the truth is it was a thorough doing that you deserve.
You say I'm the one with challenging ideas. I just think we're living in a society where people should be allowed to dress and express themselves however they like.
That's a challenging idea. Favourite Emma Chamberlain video?
The one that you showed me that time.
She's in Venice, going around, probably buying some clothes and stuff.
Classic.
Not because she's a fashion person. Yeah.
Thrift shopping.
Thrift shopping. And at one point she was filming in someone's doorway,
Doing a haul.
an unboxing video, and then someone pops out of the front door and goes, "What are you doing here?"
This is my door, stay the fuck off.
Yeah.
Favourite song on Trash Island by Tyboy Digital, Blade, and Echo 2K?
Track 4.
3.
Number 6. 17.
All right, thanks, Jamie.
Thank you for having me.
Anything to promote? Do you have anything you want to promote, Jamie?
Go on my YouTube and watch those videos. I'm going to actually post them on Instagram soon.
Catastrophe Waiter on YouTube.
But follow me on Instagram. Jamie is a joke.
Jamie is a joke on Instagram. Catastrophe Waiter on YouTube. You got any live shows or anything people should come to?
McCuncliffe Festival.
He's going to McCuncliffe Festival.
McCuncliffe.
Paliki.
Paliki. Yeah.
Paliki.
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 Yeah, exactly.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Which is in Wales.
Yep.
So get after that. Just north of Helsinki.
Helsinki.
Living forever would be the worst possible thing you could ever do. Watching everyone you love and everything you've loved die and perish and rot and end. And then after that, you've got to think generations, the human race is not going to last forever. And that's going to be horrible to watch. And then, the death of the planet. You'd watch global warming reach its apex. Every living thing would die apart from you. And then at some point, you'd just be lost in space when the whole of the universe had disintegrated.
Sounds cool.